All right, we're going to pot up some fruit trees today because it is the middle of winter and it's when all the fruit trees come into the garden centre. And today I am going to plant a Fleming's new Sweet Sensation nectarine. Anywho, here we are in the bit of a mess that is the veggie garden in winter. I cut out my apple tree this year because it's got disease. You see my shovel, little Dickie? I know. I'm not doing anything. Don't worry. Here we go. This is where I left it. All right, good crop of stinging nettles, that's what I want. They're meant to be good for my bee box. All right. These bloody things. It's from my neighbours. I get 1,000,000 of their damn. All right. I'm going to go a little bit further back. Oh. The old roots from the old apple tree. Chickens, do you have to drink that old crappy water? Let's see if that's. I think it might be a little bit out. Now, this fruit tree is, might prune it first actually. So this is its first year in the garden centre. So this has been bare root about 2 weeks ago. Now the dream, here's my old fruit tree I prepared earlier. This is an old pear, I haven't pruned it much, but originally I took out the centre. And so now there's all the light can get into the middle. And that's what I've got to do with this one. So we take out the centre completely. My Falco secateurs, they're always great to, you never have to buy another pair of secateurs if you get these ones and not lose them. All right, so that's opened up the centre. Now I want to create more branching, and I also want to reduce the amount of pressure on the root system because this plant has lost about 80% of its roots. So theoretically I need to cut out 80% of the tree, and we want the tree to continue growing open in a vase shape. So wherever you see these shoots here, that's the direction in which the branch goes. So if we look at this one here, this one will go into the plant, which is not what we want. We want the dominant branch to go to the outside. So I'm going to prune that. This one is going out. One's going a little bit screwy-off. Let's find one that's in a better direction. Means I'm going to have to go up a bit higher, but I'm looking for direction. That one's going to come to the camera. I want it to go out that way, so I'm going to go there. And on this side, if we look up, that's a goodie. That's going straight out there. So first year prune. Now, this actually has quite a bit of fruit on it. So everywhere you see this flower bud is potentially at least one piece of fruit. So if you have a look at this one here, this is what we call pink bud stage. That's just about to burst open. We've got no fruit, fruit, no fruit, 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 fruit. So if that was all fruit, they'd be small and they would probably break the branch. So I'm just going to give myself a piece of fruit off each branch. And that also encourages, so leaving one bit of fruit. The fruit's right up the tip there and it's busted anyway, so I'm going to take that off. It's broken. One piece. Now, where would you prune? That's a pretty, that might be fruit, I don't think so. And chop, 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 chop. This will also encourage sideward shooting within the fruiting branches. These are all dead. There's no fruit into that one, which is not great, but I'll just give it a little trim. Give that a little trim. All right, I think we're ready to pop it out of the pot. Now I know this is just going to fall away, so, which is fine. You can see all the new white roots on there, so I'm trying not to bust them off. And oh, perfect, Marie. So this part here is the graft, and 10 centimetres below there is the top of where the soil used to be. So that's ultimately where we want it. I'm just going to leave it a little bit lower than the soil level so that I can have a bit of a divot for watering. Try and compact it down because it's going to compact anyway. Oh, there's my stinky fungus. Look at that. I know, I got in trouble for saying, dirty hands. It doesn't smell. No, it doesn't smell. But it's pretty cool. They've come up all over the garden this year, so obviously the conditions are just right. This is it here. So it comes out, and I've heard people tell me that you can dry this. It looks pretty cool, but I don't know. I think I better go and wash my hands. Looks like poop. Well, okay. Oh, come on. See how I can fill up my little dam bank? There's never enough water in Werribee for it to kill it. That's enough. So now I'll probably never look at that again. It's done. I might give it a spray with copper just to sanitize it. Now some of the, those birds are rowdy. Some of the myths. Now 30 years ago when I studied horticulture, we learnt plants are almost like people. They've got immune systems, nervous systems in effect, you know, although it's chemically related. It's fascinating. We have a wound and we want to put a band-aid on it as people. People want to put a band-aid on these cuts. But what they found is when the branch breaks, it exposes the bark, the living tissue there, to oxygen, and the oxygen creates a reaction that makes this become quite toxic, like almost like an antibiotic, to prevent cuts from getting dieback. Obviously, if the plant's not well, its immune system's not as good, but we don't cover them, because as soon as you cover... All right, I think we're back on. Gonna get rid of that. It's a tripping hazard. Anywho, so we don't do anything with it. I might spray this with a little bit of copper later on, and copper is like sanitizer that you put on your hand. It kills everything on contact on the outside, but it doesn't get absorbed. So it's as organic as you like, even though it is a heavy metal. It's only on the outside, and once you wash it off, it's gone for all time. so it doesn't affect your fruit in any way. Anyway, I'm hoping that I might get to taste what this sweet sensation is like. It's a exclusive variety to Fleming's, and it's described as a mid-season. So mid-season summer fruit is probably a January pick. So we've got plenty of things happening in January in the garden as far as stone fruit. But it's a white fleshed, which is my favourite. So I'm looking forward to that one. All right, on to my next fruit tree. Now, we are in the growing area. Get a lot of runoff. Keeps the ground wet. Oh, I just wonder if it's probably a bit too wet there. But I reckon a little mini fruit tree out here that we can pick some fruit while we're working away. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what this soil looks like. Now I smell it, because if it smells funky, no, it means there's a lack of oxygen and things are breaking down anaerobically or poorly, and the byproduct is stinky. That's what. But I reckon this is a great place for a fruit tree. Okay. My husband looking at me out the window. I can't hear anything, so it must be good. All right. Oh God, he's coming. Let's see if I can get it planted before he gets here. Yeah. Yeah, because the biggest problem in my place, it's so big, we're fortunate enough to have an acre, that, you're not meant to see that. I thought, while you're out here working, you could be picking beautiful peaches. In April, it's a red peach. And there's a lot of runoff and wasted water, so why not get fruit out of the wasted water? It's a dwarf. In the way of what? Well, we haven't expanded in the last 15. But I could cut it out later. No, it doesn't smell or anything. I've tested it. I knew I'd get in trouble. All right, so again, this is decidual bare root, so it won't have much of a root system, but that's okay. Now the difficult thing with this one is trying to unclump all of that. Actually, I'll do that first. Let me just bash it. A bit of bashing. Now, the worst possible thing you could do here is fill up that hole with potting mix or compost. It'd be like a bucket of water and manky, rotting organic matter. Ew. And it would kill it in no time flat. So the fact that we're using the same soil means the water will go in slowly and run off where it's necessary without getting super wet. Now, won't be able to wear these shoes in the house. All right, now the next step is to prune out the centre. I'm going to put my Falcos. Okay, cut out the centre. Oh, look at that, it's amazing. Outward facing buds, outward facing bud, outward facing bud, and then we'll look for fruit. This is fruit right on the end. Not as fat as the other ones. Being a later variety might mean they don't swell up as early, I don't know. But these also look like fruit, so we'll see. We're right next to the beehive, so there's no problem with pollination. So just to let you know what this one is, it's a dwarf Indian peach, and it has a red flesh like a plum, and it's bloody beautiful because it's a later one, so you don't pick this on a normal year until about April, and then after, because the fruit has been on it for so long, it's developed more sugars. It's always sweet, and there's not a lot of things you're picking in April. Maybe feijoas, maybe some early mandarins, but stone fruit are usually well and truly over by that time.